And hello again, and here we are in my car in a traffic jam trying to get to the place over there, which is Event City in Manchester for the Manchester Bike Show. And I've just driven round 4 big car parks and they're all absolutely full up, no room whatsoever. So now we're in a queue trying to get out of the place and trying to find somewhere else to park. Over here, look, is the traffic centre, so maybe there'll be some car parking over there, but not a good start for the day. So let's see if we can find somewhere to park, and perhaps today I should have gone on my bike, but I'm carrying a fair bit of gear, so it wasn't practical. Anyway, hopefully I'll find somewhere to park and I'll be back soon. To V4. The super clever orange adjustable shocks. I think I'll stick to my 888. Only £14,000. Oh, Quill. Yeah, they did some work for me a while ago. They make exhaust systems and whatnot. It's okay. Hello. And we also build these 80s Ducati replicas. I think they're based on a 600. Let's see what else we got. I'm tempted by that. It might work for my new project, but I'll have to wait. They sell those kits, I think they're about 10 grand. Not too far away from us. About 10 miles away. Okay, what else we got? Oh, hang on. There's a Ducati stand. And I must say I've never actually sat on one of these before. And it seems to be odd to call it a Scrambler and also a cafe race at the same time. So, yeah, I hear different things about this. A good starter bike, but not for me, I don't think. I mean, how can you have a Scrambler that's also a cafe race, which seems a bit of a strange combination? Some cool and very expensive Ducati gear. Let's have a look. Price. Dainese. And there's no price on it. Pity, because that's quite nice, that. Monsters. I must say I prefer the original one, but never mind. Here, we've got the more sort of tourer based or more sensible based Super Sport S. I must say I'm not sure how long that finish is going to last. It looks like a sort of, I don't know, matte white. It looks like it's missing its top coat. Anyway. Diaville. Ugliest Ducati ever made, I think. Oh, here we go, look, so some prices. Was 349, now 229. So these are Dainese, but with Ducati logos on them. It's not bad actually, not bad at all. I'm not in the market right now. I need to lose some weight before I can wear my full levers again. Okay, let's move on. And over here, we've just seen my mate, and a pretty impressive looking stand. Let's go and see what they're up to. There's Si, who works on my bike. And there's Sam's BSB bike. Next door to it is a guy called Mike with his Tune to Hell H2. And on my channel you can see this being dynoed the very first time. And since that time, I think he made 230 at the time. Now this thing's up to about 270. And he wants some more. He wants even more power by altering the gearing of the supercharger and altering the gears of the gearbox, because with a single-sided swing arm, you can't raise the gearing anymore for top speed runs. So yeah, pretty cool. He's now fitted these the sort of H2R style wings to it. So yeah, pretty cool. And somebody from Pipeworks. In fact, we went to visit them not long ago. It's on the same little units as the painter who's painting my tank at the moment. Yes, here we have a sort of show bike built by Pipeworks to show off their exhaust systems. What is it? It's a Speed R. Lots of cool stuff on it. I'm not sure about the back end, but I guess it's a show bike, so hey ho. Given that they make exhaust pipes, so let's look at the exhaust system on it. This one's here, carbon fibre, or at least a carbon fibre cover at least. What is this? God knows. I've got quite a nice kind of pipe there, something a bit different from the normal cans. Sort of mini cone, I guess. Yeah, quite like that. But on the other one, what have they got there? They've got an unslung one. This is one of their special kind of kits they've done, where they've upgraded the bike as a complete kind of project. And very nice it is too, Aprilia V4. Lots and lots of cool there, and my camera can pick it up. I am, by the way, using my cheap camera today because it autofocuses a lot better. Anyway, let's go have a look at the old Scrambler that we've been looking at for the last few years. It is all done for the show, just in time.
Right, see you soon.
Look at that.
Get the bloody fingers from kids keep them.
Oh yeah. Yeah. The joys of motorbike shows. See, that's new. Little breathers there, look.
Yeah.
Dual breathers in red to match your paintwork. Let's go around the other side. Oh, and you've had your exhaust system coated since we last saw it.
Yeah.
So what is that? Is that ceramic, is it?
Yeah, but it's not the one I wanted. It's the basically it's a cap coat.
Right. Yeah, looks better now you've made all that black. It's sort of
Yeah, a lot of people.
the heat shield.
See, Bill was saying, "Oh, you should polish it."
No.
And then other people are saying you should have had it silver.
No.
And I think it actually doesn't look too bad like
No.
that.
Black's good. I mean, you've got black forks, you've got black oil tank, got some black paintwork, you've got your black bits and bobs, black seat.
Well, it's like a silver L, isn't
Yes,
it?
yeah.
The rest is black.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of bikes have polished engines and then a black exhaust system. I mean, I might want to do that same with mine, actually. Yeah, it's looking good. So, how's it been so far then? You've been open since?
Yeah. It's going really well. It's not like it's worth doing at the moment.
Yeah, well, I saw a little picture.
Must have had 40 people come in here and go, yeah, we're from Warrington. So where are you from? We're from Warrington. Oh, we are.
Yeah, I've never heard of
I
you.
know you were here.
Yeah.
From Warrington.
Yeah, well, there you go then. Yeah, I've managed to get somebody else to dog sit for the afternoon, so I've managed to escape. I must say, Mike's bike's looking cool, isn't it? Now he's got his bits and bobs on it. His wings, yeah, he's going to fly now, is he? Yeah. CCM, British company. I'm never quite sure if they're still running or not, whether they're on bust. He seems to have a very shaky financial situation. So, I've got here then. What's it? Stainless frame or chrome moly, I'm not sure. Here we have another one. Let's look at this one. Interesting back end on that. Well, certainly different. The Scrambler, one of 250. This is another one, the Spitfire, one of 150. All in shocks as well, and that would be expensive. The engine is, since I don't know much about CCM. It's quite well made. Hopefully we can sell all 150. Oh, here's another one, look, some more.
We've seen a completely new customer come into CCM motorcycles. This is why we chose the featured shirt.
Not sure about that front wheel, but whatever. Okay, let's move on. And here we have some Triumphs, some new Triumphs. I must say I do quite like the 900 rather than 1200. This one here. There aren't many new bikes I would consider buying, but I think a Triumph is one of them. Street Cup. You take the price, not bad. The paint look actually is very, very well done. Nice coach lines on it, nice colours. Though I suspect that exhaust system's not standard. I guess you have to pay for a nose for that.
I like you.
This is not a new one, I'm not sure. 1699, yeah, pre-used. So it looks pretty mint. And over here we've got the start of show, the Truxton R. Getting quite well finished, but I do like that yoke actually. Top yoke's nice. I do that front end on my Norley, but that's not going to happen anytime soon. It's quite well done, but then again it's not really a real one, is it? Because cafe racer should be built, not bought. Let's see what else we've got here. Oh, there's this bobber jobber. I guess you guys would have seen this before, but I've not seen this before. Quite different. Quite a great bike to make, I reckon. It's quite a different bike. Bit of a Marmite bike, I guess. But then again, at 11.6, you can sell a few of them. It's doing well. Standard ones. What have we got over here? Some modern stuff. Let's go and have a look. Oh, Triumph Speedmaster.
See, I don't like the bars. See that? They come back like that.
This is the big one, isn't it? This is yeah. It's okay, it's better looking than the last one anyway, but not my cup of tea. Okay, then we've got the modern stuff. Speed S, blinged out triples, RS and so on. It's getting pretty busy. I better not sit in it because then I might want one, so I'm not going to. Okay, let's see what else we've got. Some cool looking t-shirts and gear. I think Triumph do make some good gear actually, or rather they market some good gear. And I guess today there should be some good bargains to be had, but I'm not in the market right now, so we'll give that a miss. Speed R, 12 grand. Now we're going to Yamaha, so let's just start again. I know these are cheap and got a good engine in, but don't like it. Don't like it at all. A real sort of mishmash of bits and bobs. Might work well, it looks crap. Okay, so this one's a bit big, it's another triple. Here we have a, well, it started off being a Yamaha version of a Sportster, I guess, and now they tried to turn it into a Scrambler, and I don't think they've been too successful. It's a bit big and heavy for that. It's also really expensive. I mean, why would you just go and buy a real Harley for that kind of money? All the modern stuff, pretty boring. Tracer, yeah, it's another sort of dual everyday kind of bike. Not bad, but can't get you too excited. 125, ignore that. Oh, and then you got the old R1M, top spec stuff. More than 19,000 quid. I must say, I don't like that front end. No, the original R1 was much prettier. I'd much rather have the original red and white one. Original R1. Jesus, 16 grand for that. No wonder sales aren't doing too well at that sort of price. Okay, so what else we've got? Oh, one of my favourite bikes, Kawasaki. Let's go and see them. 900. I must say, I'm not a fan of these sort of insectoid design with a very low front end. It looks a bit weird to me. I'm taking that from a German sort of street fighter look. It's a 1000cc version. Yeah, again, same kind of look. I think that'll age very quickly and not look too good. You get a massive ZZR 1400. I used to have a 1200 a few years ago, a real rocket ship. But the handling was always a bit wibbly wobbly. Although I believe this one's a bit better. Okay, but what I want to see is what's over there. The RS H2. Say Mike's bike over at Hammer and Tongs, as he's replaced all this with the wings, because he does a lot of drag racing with it and high-speed runs at Elvington. Whereas over there, it's another one. So they are nice, aren't they? But I just wonder if maybe in 10 years' time the styling will date. But who knows? You get to see the bikes anyway. Okay, I'm not killing this sort of matte black finish on the paintwork. You can't see it lasting very well. This is the sort of sports tourer version, the SX SE. Seems a bit over the top, so I've 200 brake horsepower a sports tourer, but I guess if there's customers for it, then so be it. But what I want to look at is that one there. Cafe Racer version. I just wish it wasn't that colour. I wish it was, I don't know, silver maybe, or classic Kawasaki red. But it was pretty nice. And over here, got some more. And in fact, I do want to try out standard RS, this one here, because it's the sort of bike I might find myself buying one day. Since I did own a Kawasaki, I've had a few, including a Z1R back in the day. And in fact, my first big bike was a 750Z, which I did 140,000 miles on. That would have been about 84. Anyway, let's sit on it and see what I think of it. Yeah, so the bars are quite high, quite close. Seat's quite big. Tank's a lot wider than it should be, and a lot shorter. But
yeah, Z1, I think.
A bit longer.
Yeah.
Oh, I've had a few.
He did try to kill you.
Oh no. Well, I think I'd rather have the Cafe Racer, I think, with the flatter bars.
Yeah, the other one did take prisoners.
Yeah, it feels actually it's actually much more comfortable than I thought. I think it might be hard work on a motorway though, because these bars are quite high with those risers. Yeah, and I get rid of risers and fit some flat bars, some rear sets. It might be a little fairing, bish bosh bish, but I've already got a few bikes, so I can't have any more. Yeah, anyway, quite an interesting bike actually. Yeah, this particular colour scheme I don't like too much. I'd have the brown and red one. But I must say I do like the wheels. It's like pretend spokes. Yeah. I just wish they would have done something with this here. That kind of doesn't look quite right to me. That should go up there, and then that shouldn't be there. They should have really built a new frame for it, I think, rather than trying to reuse the one from a standard Z9. But you know, you can't have everything. overall, yeah, very comfortable. A bit shorter than I thought it would be. There's no lean to the bars at all. Okay, so that's done. Let's see what else we can find. Yeah, I do quite like that one. I think actually I'd rather have the 900 than 12. I have seen from Tech up in the northeast that they build de-restriction kits for this. They've got a new cam for it, new exhaust systems, and they can push the power up almost up to 1200. So for me, that's the way to go. Get a lighter weight, more revvy 900 rather than a heavier 1200. Yeah, pretty nice. Not perfect, but pretty nice. Oh, here we have a Street Scrambler, again with advanced 9s pipe on it. Covered in fingerprints, of course. £9 grand, you know, it's not too bad. When you see the prices of some Japanese bikes these days, although I believe these are actually made in, I think it's Taiwan, is it, or Thailand, rather than in the UK. Yeah, all pretty nice stuff. Let's move on. And let's have a look at the price of that. Yeah, I mean, was 5.1, now 4. Not bad, is it? But that just shows you the depreciation. I guess everyone now wants the twins, like this one here, for example, which yeah, I've heard a lot about. So let's look at this one. I mean, obviously with an Indian, built in India, you have to worry about the build quality, but it looks okay actually. It's not too bad at all. And I do like that twin actually. It looks a bit like an old British twin from the 60s, with that big old crankcase cover and so on. I've no idea where these are sold, who sells them, whether there's lots of places you can go or whatever, but it would be nice one day perhaps to go out on a sunny day and get a test ride of one of these things and see what all the fuss is about. I think they only make about 45 brake horsepower, but or 50 or so, but they make a lot of torque, which is what we want. A nice old engine there. Price wise I'm not sure, so I think that one's a sort of sporty version, Continental GT, and this one is more the sort of standard version, it's Interceptor. I doubt those shocks are roll-ins, but yeah, I must say actually it's a nice colour as well, very retro 70s colour scheme.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
This one's fitted with SNS pipes. What colour there? Is it a water colour? I'm not sure. Not water filled, I think. Took 12 quite nicely. The headlamp's a bit small, but I thought we'd have a bigger one. But here we have a cutaway of the engine. Quite interesting. Rotor there, charging system. Yeah, I was quite impressed. Actually, quite short engine. Quite a small gearbox there. Quite neatly done. Injectors, of course, quite small injectors, so but it does quite good miles per gallon. Pistons there, top end, primary, chain there, look, chain primary from the bottom end up. Yeah, not bad. I'm sure a lot of old folks will be pleased to see that. Okay, so we're at the Ducati Owners Club. Since I used to be in this club, not anymore, but I still own 2 Ducatis, so we'll come and nitpick some of these bikes and decide what's wrong with them. This is a SS Cafe Racer, quite well done, not overly done like a lot of them are. Pity they went for the under-seat exhaust pipe. No really point for that really. A lot of complexity, a lot of heat near that rear shock, but I guess this is more of a show bike. Okay, what else we got? Another retro looking one. So 96, trying to look like, or 93 rather, trying to look like some 60s or 70s bike. And I think it doesn't quite work, I don't think, doesn't quite work. The frame and the engine doesn't really work with that particular style of bike. Nice old Scrambler. Yeah, from 71, that's nice. Oh, this is more like it. Black and gold. Is it a 78? No, 79. Mine was a 78. In fact, it looked just like that. Except mine was better than that, I think. And I can point out to you what's wrong with it, what's different about it, but that would be nitpicking, I think. So actually, apart from the paintwork, it actually looks pretty original. It hasn't been stripped right down and rebuilt, which is good to see. Yamaha named after a tiger, in some cartoon in Italy, as I remember. Okay, what else we got? Okay, they're selling t-shirts, ignore that. Got a... oh, it's a 400. Guess that was a special import from Japan, because they were never sold in the UK as new. Okay, engine. Nice 748R, 999. So let's go around here. Hopefully it's bright enough in here to show you the stuff. Early 851, the predecessor to my 888, but with the white wheels, white frame, and standard right way up forks, unlike mine. Oh, it's a pity he's changed the discs for these horrible pedal discs. They should be left standard, I think. But it's this bike, you can do what you want with them. Super lights, yeah, they were the sort of last hurrah of the old air-cooled SS's. Worth quite a lot of money now, I think, but in truth they're not much different from a standard one. Okay, let's move on. Yeah, boring. Diaville, I must say, I never quite liked them. From sort of the middle backwards they look great, but from the front these horrible big air intakes does look a bit weird, although I believe they've now changed the look, so on this one it doesn't have those big air intakes, which does improve it. It's now only half ugly. Trikes. Not a fan of trikes. Seems to be the worst of both worlds. You get wet and cold and you can't lean over and you get stuck in traffic. But if that's what you want to do, then go for it. These look quite well done. I think they also have a little boot in the back. Yeah. NC 750. This actually might work quite well because it's got quite a slow revving torquey engine. I'm not too sure about this one. Massive big gold wing, but whatever floats your boat. You can't miss this one, can you? Bright yellow. Okay, what's next? Oh, BMW dealership. Let's go and look at these. What size is that tank? Bloody hell. Don't want to drop that thing. I must say the one I do like is the Cafe Racer, the R9T. I got to try it out when it was first launched in France. I was at the Bordeaux and I didn't think I'd like it, and I did. I was quite surprised. The riding position was absolutely superb. In fact, here's one here, this time with the fairing on it. I don't think the fairing's particularly good looking, but there you go. That one's 11.6 on the road. I think actually I might just sit on this one and see what it's like. So bear with me, might get a bit blurry now. Yeah, so first impressions are same as the one I remember from 2015. Pegs are quite far back, but not too high, quite comfortable. The lean is, yeah, it's not too bad. I've got one hand busy here, so I can't lean forward, but no worse than my Guzzi or my Norley. Quite well made. I mean, I can't say I'm a fan of BMW, but I have owned one for a long time. As a commuter special, I did 100,000 miles on an R100S many years ago. Bought it with 80,000 miles on the clock and wrote it off at 180,000. And I dropped it on diesel. Well, one thing I don't like are these air intakes here. They seem to sort of spoil the lines of the bike. Yeah, overall, not too bad. And one for a possible future bike, perhaps. Yeah, quite a good looking bike. I'm not sure I'd buy one in white though. Although I bet a martini painted bike would look really cool in martini colours. I just wish it didn't have this strange little front piece here where the headlamp goes. It seems to break up the lines of the bike. That's me being picky. Okay, let's move on. I do quite like these smaller GS's though, rather than the massive B1200s, these lighter weight, more nimble ones. I think these are 800 now, aren't they? These are twins. But I'm a bit behind, yeah, F800. But trying to make a similar model as the Yamaha, so there's plenty of choice for those. Yeah. But still, I think that Cafe Racer R9T is my favourite. Right, moving on then. Okay, so what have we got here? Oh, we got Hog. I was in Hog once for about 2 years, and I found it not really for me. I was in an independent Hollish group for about 20 years before it fell apart. But by that time I was living abroad, so it didn't really affect me. But I had plenty of good times with them, and it's all a bit too slow for me. The days of me trundling along on a Sunday morning at 60 miles an hour in a big group are well and truly over. Not interested in that whatsoever. However, these new M8 modelled big inch, what are they? 109 or something, or 108 and 117 make some good power. I have seen on YouTube somebody makes 130 brake with a lot of work. Still not quite as much as mine, and it's obviously a lot heavier, but they're getting there, which is good to see. And in fact, I just seen the one Harley that I might actually buy one day when they're a bit second hand and I can play with it without feeling too bad about it. And that's this one here, the Fat Bob. That was a 107 rather than 114. Again, it's got this horrible back end on it to pass the legislation, but I think if I had it, that would go. We'd just put a nice small plate there. And of course, it's got this weird front end. I actually quite like it, to be honest. It looks a bit different. A bit more kind of my idea of a Harley. Upside down forks too. It's lighter than it used to be, but it's still bloody heavy at about 650 pounds, I think. Here is a, I guess a modified bike. What is it? Okay, so that's the older model. Not the new M8. This has the old shocks beneath the gearbox like mine. 103. A bit dated now, I guess. Okay, let's do some. £12,900 for this. Jesus Christ, for a Sportster. I still think of them as being like a 4 or 5 grand bike, but obviously no more. For that kind of price, I'd rather get a big twin. Okay, it says here, ask for assistance before sitting on a bike, so I'm going to do that and see if I can sit on this thing and see what I think of it. It's supposed to be a lot more sort of normal than a standard Harley with 4 controls, and I want to see if that's true or not.